Right, first thing to make you aware on this one is you've actually got 16 questions to get through in the paper, so you've got to work quick. You've got to be able to move fast through these questions. So for the first one, thing like stem and leaf, you've got to be sharp on it. So we've got 180s, 90s, 200s, 210s, 220s as well. So first bit there. Key as well, put an example down. So say 20/2 means 202 what? What does it stand for? So look on here, baskets of strawberries, so it's weight in grams, so it's grams. You just put a G there. So we've got the 80s first of all, we've got a 9, we've got 2 9s. 90s, 93, 90 itself, so 90 can go straight in, so that'll be the least, 95, 93, so 3 and a 5. We've also got an 8 there. 200s, we've got 27, 27, 25, 200, so 200 there, 25, 27, 26 there, so 5, then a 6, and 1, 2, 7s. Sound like a dentist doing this. Then we've got the 2, 1, and 2, 1 there, so that's 1 and a 2. And then we've got the 2, 2, 3, which is there. Now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I've got 15 numbers there. So I've made a mistake, haven't I? And what mistake have I made? And that's important to check. I missed that one out. So the 8 goes in there, and then that's completed. Question 2, probability, we've got a spinner, probability to land on C. So we'd add the other probabilities up, so this is for 2A. So if we add, I can write this down in 1, probability of 2 will be 1 minus the sum of the other ones. So add up the other values. And then we're going to do 1 minus, and that'll give us 0.31. So 0.31 there is the probability it lands on C. I'm going to put 2 there, I don't know where that came from. So probability for C. Part B. If it's spun 50 times, probability to land on A. So it's the 50 times by the probability of landing on A, which is 0.12. So 50 times 0.12 gives you 6. So 6 there is a solution. Question 3. So we've got a table, that's question 2 there. Table of values here. Group for each table, work out an estimate for the mean. So the mean then, well, what we're going to have to do is, because it says an estimate, we're going to have to take a guess about what each weight is. So the way we do that is take a midpoint. So if for 11 people weigh between 0 and 4 kilograms, then we're going to take a guess that they all roughly weigh 2. These roughly weigh 6, these roughly weigh 10, and these roughly weigh 14. Then we create what we call an FX column, which is the frequency times the midpoint. So that's the total weight, 22. 6 times your 23. 1, 2, 1, 3, 8. 14 times 10 is 140. 14 times 2 is your 28. Never, ever, 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 ever add your midpoint. Add those numbers together. That will then give you your total weight there, which is 328. We've then got 3 to 8. There's 50 people, so 3 to 8 divided by 50 will then give you your estimate of 6.56. Question 4, really like this question. We've got a graph drawn here, a bar chart, and then we've got to draw the pie chart itself. So the first thing you'll need to do is work out what degrees they've already drawn for Kitty to see what sort of conversion. So how do they go from 10 to whatever this value is. So you take your protractor, spin it round so that it's lined up perfectly on the top there. Bring it to the centre point, and then measure here. Now it's 40 degrees. So you now know that 40 degrees stands for 10. So the following questions then is, right, well, what do the others stand for? Well, if this is 20, 30, 35, then it's going to be 3.5 times bigger than what 40 was. So if you put that into a calculator, you get 140 there. So that's 140 degrees. This is 3 times bigger, so 340s are 120 degrees. And then the final one there is 1.5 times bigger, which is 60 degrees. So we then put them onto this. So spin it round now so it then lines up with the line here. Our first point is 140 degrees, so I'll mark at 140 what I want to put in. No, actually, if you'd noticed, 40 plus 140 is 180, so it'll just be a nice straight line downwards. We're then going to get the protractor again, spin it around so it lines up with 0. 0 here. So 0 going round, to this point is 120, so we go around here to 120, which is this point. And there's 120, so I remove that. Straight line goes in, up to 120, there's the mark. And then the final thing is then just to put in your values. So label up. And then that's that one covered. Question 5. So some children took part in a piano competition. Each child getting a mark from A and B, the skygraph information. Describe the correlation. Well, the correlation there is a positive correlation because as one judge's mark goes up, the other judge's mark goes up. So it's a positive correlation. B. Judge A gives 34 marks to another child. Use the skygraph to estimate what B would do. So if we look at 44 marks then, so each jump is worth 2, so it would only be 2 squares in. So 2 squares in, about to the middle of where your values are there, coming across. So I'll probably say 4 squares down, so if you take 60, take 8 off that. My estimate is 52. They're accepting anything from 46 to 54 as an acceptable answer.